Today's episode is brought to you by the Vegas Beer Guys and the Sounds in Cinema podcast.
Everything sequel contains explicit language. And why the fudge not, you melon farmer? Why would you ship pizza from New York? Everyone knows the best pizza's in Encino.
All right, skipping everything we're about to say about this movie,
Yeah.
and knowing that my initial thoughts upon first seeing this movie might not necessarily be my thoughts now.
Okay, interesting.
But when I first saw the movie and that scene happened, I thought, well, this is what I want.
Well, spoiler alert, both of my quotables for this episode are going to be from a scene that I, to all intents and purposes, don't think should be in the movie.
I agree, but...
because, and I'll tell you why, and this I only kind of realized this the second time around, because like you, the first time I saw it, I was just so happy that,
yeah, exactly,
that they included William Zabka at all. The second time round, I was like, you can suspend disbelief that Cobra Kai hasn't happened in this fictional universe until that moment.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think technically this is supposed to be 3 years after the end of Cobra Kai.
Well, that doesn't explain why his hair now looks like it does when he was a teenager. But that's the thing. I think what they're going for is kind of plausible deniability that the events of Cobra Kai might not exist in this fictional universe. They're already blending two fictional universes that were once independent. Why are they going for a third? Because it's a better movie if you think this is Daniel in a different timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And his performance works better if you think it's Daniel in a different timeline as well. Because there's no way this guy is a car salesman.
I agree, yeah. I thought the same thing.
So I think while obviously it's pandering to you and I who just adore Cobra Kai and think that basically, you know, William Zabka is the reason that's so good, and he's the reason that Karate Kid as a franchise is restored to its former glory
and works,
and so that there's a payoff for that. But I think it actually spoils the movie they're making to because there's no other mention, or well, I guess the only other I guess in whatever if it was a different timeline, he could still find that stuff from Mr. Miyagi. That's the only other thing that happens in Cobra Kai is he finds the kind of contraband Miyagi accoutrements that point to his previous association with Jackie Chan.
Yeah. But I mean the spot-on obtuseness of Johnny in that last scene. It's disrespectful, Johnny. Disrespectful to pizza?
So to be careful as well, because I got another coming up. No, it's fine. Well, thankfully,
then I won't go on.
I mean, it's only like 4 lines of dialogue. Yeah. So, but isn't it weird how that scene? Like, do you think they filmed that scene when they were doing Cobra Kai? Because it doesn't feel like it was written by the people who made this movie. The dialogue's too good. The acting's too good.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
It feels like they know nothing. Like the writers and directors of this movie have no grip on the characters, and yet when Johnny Lawrence appears, it goes, "Yeah, that's Johnny Lawrence."
Yeah, right.
I mean, maybe it is just William Zabka going, "I'm gonna say this."
He might have just taken over.
He did a Bloodworth on it.
Yeah, exactly. He might have looked at what they gave him and he said, "You know what? Just roll camera and I'll do what I do."
Well, yeah. I'll save it to the end because that's my other quote.
Right.
I think there's actually evidence that that's exactly what he did.
Okay. Well, we'll wait.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we have to talk about Karate Kid Legends, the second in our 2025 legacy sequels that came out in May, the very end of May.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's got 58% on Rotten Tomatoes, I don't know where you stand with that score.
I
think that's
kind of, yeah.
about right where it should be.
I put money down on that. Yeah.
It's directed by someone I don't know. His name's Jonathan Entwistle. Now he's kind of like, if I remember correctly, there was lots of television episodes, lots of maybe videos, short films.
And going with the theme of the last episode, he sounds like a character from the British sitcom Last of the Summer Wine.
Okay. For what it's worth.
For what it's worth, you'll remember that.
I will?
Because,
I don't think I will.
You'll remember that because I mentioned in our Pink Panther episode, I talked about how basically it went on for so long that they ended up rebooting the cast with every semi-famous old person in British
excellent.
TV or cinema, and they ended up with Burt Kwok.
How many times? Oh, okay. That I do remember. I was going to say, how many times do I have to say I'm not listening to a word you say?
And that goes back to an episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
All right, there are a couple movies. He's really only got 3 movies in his filmography, actual movies, not TV movies or anything else. 2 of them sound vaguely familiar, The End of the Fucking World and I Am Not Okay With This.
Yes.
Like, I don't know those movies, but they sound vaguely familiar. And then he's got this movie, Hello Tomorrow! Exclamation point there.
That sounds more familiar than the other 2.
Really? Not to me.
Although, I think I have a lot to say about the graphic design of this movie, and all of those titles you just said, I see in the graffiti font that they use in this movie.
I agree with you.
That I also imagine is used in the most recent animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It's like this movie's trying to remember New York from the 1980s.
Yeah, I did wonder.
You half expect Jason to make an appearance.
See, when we talk about you've anticipated my final credit. You see, when we talk about Final Destination Bloodlines,
yeah,
I'm willing to give them a benefit of the doubt on all the clever things I think they're doing.
Oh, yeah, agreed.
The clever referential things I think they're doing. But part of this is not a good enough movie for me to always give them the benefit of the doubt. But I did wonder whether they were trying to bring in the pre-existing comic book property of the Karate Kid in style, if not in content.
Did you read some of those comics?
As neither of us have. No, as neither of us have read those comics, and neither of us ever will. I guess it's a moot point. I'll never know.
Fine. All right. Well, one thing I know for sure, this movie was originally slated to come out, I want to say in December of 24, which is...
That's still fast.
Which is before, I think, Cobra Kai ended. And as a producer, I think, on the film, Ralph Macchio kept screaming at the top of his lungs that, going against what you said, that we have to have that movie, or rather that series end, because this takes place after that finishes, and it's too much of a problem. And so they...
It's not, though.
I know, I agree. But so they had it come out in May, and on a budget of $45 million, opening weekend of 20.3. In the USA, it gathered $52.5 million. In the world, $117.1 million. I mean, this movie never felt like a runaway hit. I thought that it was probably thought of as a disappointment, but...
Artistically.
Yeah. See, I thought you were more upbeat about this movie when you first saw it.
I think we're mirror images of each other, because
I'm not super more upbeat about it, but I think I liked it a little bit more this.
Well, I mean, I think I can't. There's not enough here for me to call it a good movie.
Agreed.
I think it's a bad movie.
I think it's like 4 different movies too. It's good. Like, this movie's got problems.
Absolutely. 2 to 3 different fictional universes, arguably, as well.
Oh, yeah.
Are being, which I have a lot of questions about, and so So overall, I don't think it works. That there are moments in it I enjoy. I think
Is it better than tea ceremonies?
Well, the problem when it comes to ranking is that I'm fully aware that I misranked the movies in this series.
Good.
But so I'm gonna keep the 2-3 the whole 2-3 out of it, and just sort of, for me, again, the only question for me is it better or worse than the next Karate Kid?
Okay.
Because I think those are the two spin-off.
Yeah,
properties.
True. Well,
so I think
and actually the non-reboot of Karate Kid.
Yeah, it's very complicated, but that was right at the bottom, I think.
Yeah.
For us.
For both of us, right?
For both of us, yeah. And the next Karate Kid was at the bottom of our original lists. I think it's better than next Karate Kid.
I think I agree with that.
And it's a more successful version of what they were trying to do in next Karate Kid as well.
I think it's also a better idea and version of what they could have done in 2010. 2010, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, there's no way to tackle this except go step by step and try and figure out
All right.
how these two fictional universes work in conjunction with each other. I have questions and not many answers. But what I will say is I do think this is partly a riposte to that movie.
I do too, yeah.
And because it's almost a mirror image.
Because based on that movie, the beginning of this movie makes almost no sense.
Yeah, and yet I don't know, because maybe we've come to a point where IP is just kind of its own language, and that means that the integrity of all fictional universes have kind of collapsed.
It's tenuous at best.
Yeah, watching this movie, you kind of feel like that's the case.
Yeah.
But the movie is kind of it's working hard to bring in to kind of combine those two universes, but it has to take some liberties with the
what happened in between.
What happened in between? What originally happened? There's a lot of retconning going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I don't know if they know it's retconning. I mean, it's perfectly possible they've just forgotten everything that happened in Karate Kid 2010.
Yeah.
And all they kept was jack it on, jack it off.
Literally. And Jackie Chan himself.
And Jackie Chan playing an entirely different character.
An entirely different person. That was my...
With the same name.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know, maybe it's like Smith in China. There's a lot of Mr. Hands, and many of them look like Jackie Chan. There's a lot of fucking people in China. Maybe at least 2 of them look exactly like Jackie
I don't know, it makes me a little nervous that they all look alike. You're like,
no, because there's a lot of people in China, statistically.
Making me nervous.
This isn't racism, it's statistics. I think that's what Hitler said, didn't he?
Well, you said we have to go step by step and where this movie starts, and I can tell you for a fact that this movie and our next movie will start exactly the same way, with the Sony logo pushing through the O into Columbia Pictures.
So, I saw this as acting out the process of conglomeration.
Yeah, me too.
Because the Columbia is hiding inside the O.
Inside the O, yeah.
I mean, that's what's happening at a corporate level.
Yeah. Is there any corporate logo that feels more fraudulent and less appealing than the Sony logo?
It's certainly it's kind of drawing attention to its cannibalization of a classic logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we kind of got that to some extent with the digital lion, the CGI lion.
Hate it.
Yeah, and then we've talked about how for some reason it disappeared. It kind of goes off to the side, and then the lion's like, hey,
revolves around. Hey, I'm roaring here.
But the core of that is what the logo's always been. This is sort of like
We're so two old
Columbia?
men yelling
No,
at
no, no.
clouds.
It's like
about
Sony? No,
fucking
Columbia.
logos.
Yeah, it's like they might as well have like have a gun to the head of the Columbia woman. Is basically what they're telling us. I think it's that I don't know if we talked about this before, but I think the only time that woman's ever come to life in the logo is in the movie The Mouse That Roared, 1960s Peter Sellers movie. It's like it looks like a statue, and she gets up and then she hits like a mouse with her with her torch.
Should have done that for Mouse Hunt. I don't know that that's a Columbia Pictures movie, but it should have been.
Wait, was it Cannonball Run that had the 20th Century Fox cars going around the 20th Century Fox? Yeah.
Beep beep.
But I see for a logo that doesn't move, you'd expect them to play around with that more. It's only ever happened once in the 1960s.
All right.
So anyway.
Well, my note is that we have the Lucast of lukewarm opens because we literally get one credit and then.
And this was the 5 to 10 minutes I missed
the first time around.
Yeah, because my math was wrong about when the movie started versus when
it actually started.
What was I seeing?
Did you miss all of Okinawa?
Yes.
1986?
Yeah, it was a complete surprise to me that this movie begins in the middle of The Karate Kid Part 2. I had that same feeling. Remember when you and I went to see the new cut of Rocky 4?
Yeah.
And it begins somewhere in the middle of Rocky 3?
Yes, right.
And I remember you going, whoa, we're going back this far? But then I thought I was kind of like
they re-released that again this year. That came out again.
Well, Stallone
in theaters.
He's got a lot of lawsuits, and did you
hear
hear
that he pay for him?
Did you hear that he fired everyone on Tulsa King?
I did hear that.
Day's notice.
Yeah.
So it starts off inserting itself into the canon of sequels, which is trying to hide the fact that it is essentially a spin-off of a spin-off.
That's all I have to say about that.
A spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off, technically. So it's a spin-off of both Cobra Kai and Karate Kid 2010.
Yeah.
And Karate Kid.
And Karate, I was going to say, and Karate Kid.
And the next Karate Kid.
I guess.
Well, there's...
in the fact that we have there is a next.
Yeah, it's getting hard to believe that all these kids' origin stories are exactly the same, no matter where they are in the world.
Yeah, right.
Whether they're male,
female, Chinese, American,
Italian American.
Yeah.
So they do. I think it's kind of quite. I don't think this project needs to exist. I don't think there's an overwhelming cultural need to combine these two fictional universes. But if you're going to do it, using a story that Miyagi told in one of the sequels to bind together these fictional universes.
And I don't actually remember this scene from Karate Kid Part 2.
Don't tell me it's not in there.
I don't know. I don't remember it.
Fuck.
So I think this is extra footage. Because it doesn't look like they're...
Okay, well that's okay, as long as it's original footage.
I don't think they're mucking around with AI changing faces to young.
It didn't look like... Well, we saw them do that in Cobra Kai, and...
Yeah.
Already, they've done that.
So...
Yeah.
So I think this is extra footage.
Okay, well as long as it's original footage, I don't mind if it didn't make it into the original movie.
Yeah.
And then, at some point, they can't use that to explain everything. So we go into a living traditional Japanese painting.
I say we go into graphic art.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting?
Cartoon.
What's interesting is what Miyagi said in that scene. He didn't say, "And the guy looked like Jackie Chan."
Yeah, right.
So that's the missing piece of the puzzle that the painting has to pick up.
Well,
they didn't have that in mind when they filmed that scene.
There's no mention of he not really necessarily started a school. He was really more of a handyman first, and then I guess on the strength of a kid from Detroit winning a contest started a school that became quite popular. Because that is a huge compound.
I mean, it's remarkable that both men went off and had very similar lives.
Right.
It's eerie almost how similar their lives were. It's almost as if one was based on the other.
I also have this note that the Han School of Kung Fu dissolve is not exactly the push into mouth, changing from Russian to English.
I thought it was a neat visual idea, though, like the idea of the morphing real time subtitle sign. Like, I think but it's sewn from the same cloth as that scene from Hunt from Red October. It's like, how do we tell a story which involves different languages, different cultures, as fluidly as possible?
I think they handle it better when he's talking to his mom and he says, "Why are you speaking English?"
See, I think it gets worse. Because at that point, they should both say something. That's when they should say the thing about him going to an English language school.
Oh, as opposed to later with the girlfriend?
Because by that point, I was just like, okay, I'm just suspending disbelief that they speak English well. The movie's telling me it's not a problem. Just get on with it. I'm like, no, this is when you establish that. And then the audience is like, okay, now I get it.
So you want to hear Mom say, "I sent you to an English-speaking school for a reason"?
I mean, maybe not as badly written as that, but yes, I was.
I'm like, that's not exactly great dialogue, sir.
Don't say anything about it at all.
Oh, so he doesn't have the question.
The problem is they both have American accents.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder whether they figured that out along the way, and that's when they brought in the American school line.
Gotcha.
So, the moment at which So at this point you still think, okay, so Jackie Chan might just be playing an entirely different character, and they're like, we can't think of any other Asian actors, so let's get him back. But then you see all the kids doing...
But no, his name is Mr. Han.
Jacket off.
Jacket on, jacket off, yeah.
I'm like, okay, they're in the same fictional universe. The reboot is now no longer a reboot.
Where is the teenage African-American kid brimming with privilege? I want to know what happened to that guy.
With that single tear falling down his dead face. But isn't that amazing that, like, in one visual and suddenly a reboot stops being a reboot?
Yes.
Crazy.
Amazing.
And, I mean, I gotta say, in terms of casting, to get both Jackie Chan and Ming-Na Wen...
Yeah, she's finally starting to age. She almost looks 35.
I thought the same thing. I was like, she's...
That woman's 62 fucking years old.
It's absolutely unbelievable. Like,
crying out loud.
I remember her from ER. She looked no different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of my notes are coming to terms with this is all happening in the same world.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, I kind of accepted that right away.
Well, it's hard
I felt like I went in
the way it's presented. It's hard to accept.
True.
That's my problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you knew, I don't know. I have to admit, the first time I saw this, the movie was just far more clumsy than I ever expected it to be.
Yes, completely. Yeah.
So that was hard to get over.
Well, you get this, you get this line, like you said, why are you speaking in English?
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, so that doesn't explain the American accents, but that addresses the subtitle issue. But now is the time to tell us that he knows English because he went to American school. I don't understand why that's being withheld from us. Unless they figured it out later, which I suspect they did.
Well, I guess my point earlier was it's hard to bring that up naturally. The dialogue I came up with you seems like the natural inclination, and that's bad dialogue. I mean, it's...
Aren't they talking about moving to America?
Yeah.
There's an in there.
She says that, though. She says,
She doesn't say you know the language because you went to American school.
No, but she does say we're moving, and this is the language we'll be speaking there.
Yeah, but they should either deal with it here or not at all.
Whatever.
No hair or all the hair in the world.
You're on one of your nit.
No, I'm not.
June Diane. You're on one of your nitpick
that's
rants.
Jessica Chastain, not Jessica Chastain.
No, it's both of them. It's both of them.
Oh, they both came up with all the hair or no the hair.
All the hair or no the hair.
All the hair and no the hair. So, but this is where you start to see that they're actually kind of undoing Karate Kid 2010 because they're moving from China to America, which is the opposite of what happens in that movie.
Sure. Well, they're also undoing the character of Han.
Not only is it no longer a reboot, they're also remaking that reboot.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. I felt like they were remaking that reboot. That's what it felt like to me.
I don't know.
I feel like Li Fong.
In a writer's room, how you would draw this on a board.
I feel like Li Fong is Smith Boy.
Well, he's a better if that's
reimagined.
Yeah, I mean, what's his name? Ben Wang.
Yeah. Who, by the way, I think is great.
Yeah, he's really good. I don't think any of the acting in this movie is bad. I think if anything, it rescues some of the less or the less good tendencies of the film. Why are we being so careful? We both think it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
So anyway, we get a weird sort of. So it's interesting.
We get splashes of titles that are sort of spray paint motifs.
It's kind of interesting how our image of travel has changed even since 2010, which, you know, an old person like me thinks of as the recent past. But it felt like in that movie, it really feels like they're going a long way. This feels like they're going to a different city.
No, because we don't get a plane ride. He's just in a taxi cab on a bridge in New York.
But is that our kind of changing perception of the world getting smaller and it's the equivalent?
I think that might be part of it, but I also think it's the movie equivalent of everything we have is at our fingertips. We have computers in our pockets. So I'm moving from China to New York, and I'm there.
Yeah, that's true.
So visually, the visual language of film is it happens like that.
But it's not the only time in the movie that happens, because when Jackie Chan turns
he
up
just
later,
shows up.
It's like, it doesn't
he just
feel
shows
like
up to attack him
way.
with a pot.
Well, listen, I gotta go back to that because that is a very Kato scene.
Completely. It's
the missing Kato scene.
It's Kato forward.
The lost Kato. It's very Kato forward. I agree.
All
He doesn't
right.
come out of a fridge, but he's doing a lot of kitchen shenanigans. And it's kind of interesting as well because the movie's sort of working at cross purposes. Like Ming-Na Wen is talking about New York like it's the 1970s.
Yeah,
New York.
right.
And everywhere around you, because there's no other way to show it, even when you're not in New York.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows it's a gentrified city now. There's no other, like in the present day, New York isn't a tough place anymore, so it would be weird. It's sort of like...
It certainly can still be a dangerous place, but it's not like it was in the 70s and the 80s. Let's be real.
So it's kind of weird because the danger that he gets himself into is through organized sports. Which is what you normally tell kids to do to get off the streets.
To get off the streets and stay out of trouble.
But there's no acknowledgement that the mother's like, I should have been telling you to stay out on the streets and not go into these dojos. So it's kind of, it's sort of weird. And that's the other thing that, because the impression I get is that it's no different than if they were living in, if they were living in California or the Midwest, and they went to New York. It wouldn't play out any differently because there's no sense of when he comes into the pizza parlor. it's the
most out of place he is just asking for stuffed crust.
right.
Yeah.
Which is not it's not a cultural misunderstanding.
Right.
It's an understanding between New York and the rest of the people who make pizza in America.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's almost like the East Coast versus the rest of America, as opposed to.
Well, the other thing is like what
I
it
mean,
is.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the satisfactory alternative is. Maybe I don't think he should be coming in asking for noodles, but
right,
something in the middle, something that not that, but that.
That's the problem with the movie is that this movie
They kept going, not that, but that.
No, well, this movie has a shorthand
Yeah.
for its story and for its characters that at times I admire because it keeps this movie to an hour and 34 minutes.
Yeah.
But that makes everything that happens in the movie feel truncated in a way, and you feel cheated as an audience. And part of that is, like you said, the decision. Part of what it is that Li Fong and his mother both speak English very well and
No American culture.
know American culture well enough that they are not fish out of water. They kind of plop in. Maybe that's progressive. There's always this thought that I kept having when I watched this movie both the first and the second time that maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we have been progressive enough that somebody can step in to a new culture and not feel that out of place because they're both smart, they're savvy, and so that's being shown in a way that's positive. I don't know.
Yes.
And yet I'm missing that real world.
I got the gist of what you're saying, that there's a way of looking at it in which saying it's progressive, but then you shouldn't have him being an outsider at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna do that.
That was that's
like making
that's
him a regional.
The last part that I was just gonna say that.
Okay.
What's the point of him being an outsider if he never feels like an outsider?
Yeah, why is he a regional outsider?
Oh,
God damn it. Oh no.
That was amazing.
What? You went out completely.
Yeah, you too. You said, why is he an outsider, a regional outsider, if he's not? Boom! The whole thing just dropped.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Well, have fun editing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time.
Something like the fucking Watergate tape.
Fucking hell.
But also, and then the other wrinkle to this weird conversation in the pizza parlor is making Jersey the straw man. Like,
well, I mean, that's a time-held tradition, I think.
But that's where Daniel comes from. In the history of the series. Of all the places you could pick on. Don't go where... That's right, isn't it? Daniel comes from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, why are you going after the home state of your future mentor?
Well, I mean, that's a time-honored tradition for the series and...
There should have been some...
And life in general.
Daniel about that. It's like, I wasn't there, but I know you're talking shit about Jersey. Yeah, so they kind of they gloss over what might be the huge culture shock of someone from China moving to America.
But they gloss over a lot in this movie.
It's convenience, I agree.
It's all convenience
for a shorter movie. By the way, plaudits to all of these movies for their running times.
Mostly.
Is any of them egregiously overlong?
No, but there's one that's almost 2 hours long, and
Summer?
Yeah, I didn't care for that.
Okay.
It ruined my plans last night.
Under 2 hours, though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Ruined your plans. What plans did you
6 minutes.
possibly have?
To watch another movie.
Oh, well, I just went. That didn't bother me. I just went into the next movie anyway, and picked it up as we went along.
No, I mean not my original watching. I mean the rewatch. I had a.
Oh, okay.
I can watch Summer, then I can watch Naked Gun, and then I'll watch something else. And then by the time I got done with summer, I thought, I can only watch Naked Gun and I can't finish another movie. All right, one episode of television, I guess it is.
Oh no, it's a clip show. Yeah, but it's kind of it's kind of interesting. You can track the evolution of the geography in the series, because it started out as a bi-coastal American story.
Mm-hmm.
Then the reboot made it about international crossings.
Sure.
And now we've had crossing but back the other way.
Reversal. Yeah.
Yeah. But it actually seems more like the original interstate, like they just went from a different part of America to the other. So maybe maybe it's looping back to what the original felt like.
I guess the part about it I liked was that obviously Li Fong is a Chinese person, and nobody seemed to give him too much shit about being Chinese. So the movie was at least accepting that the entire city had progressed to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And instead he's getting beaten up for, maybe being crushing on this other guy's lady friend.
It's harder to do in New York, isn't it? Because it's such a natural melting pot.
It's such a melting pot, sure.
Yeah.
So... But I admit, the movie is still missing something, and that's one of the problems with this movie is...
Well, this is the thing. I mean, it's... You automatically want to compare it to Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai is also a legacy sequel to Karate Kid. But what you realize is that what Cobra Kai really benefits of is being able to spend time with the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still think this movie can do it better, but they are at a severe disadvantage.
Sure.
And there's a whole, I would say, set of characters in this movie that we learn nothing about. That if they had multiple episodes like Cobra Kai did, you'd be able to find out about Connor, about his men. You can have whole episodes about that if you wanted to.
Sure.
They could still do better.
Yeah, but I don't really accept that as a premise. I get the trying to do the apples to apples kind of comparison.
Well, you can't because one is a less than 2 hour movie. The other one,
but my point
show.
My point was that we have a legacy sequel we just did, Bloodlines, that is able to do all of that and quite deftly. We learn about characters in just a few lines here and there, and the characters live and breathe on screen in that movie in a way they do not here.
Yeah, it is a very good Tremors video sequel, Bloodlines. I agree. We didn't acknowledge that at all in the episode, but we've already done a movie called Bloodlines, and it's Tremors Bloodlines. So I wonder if they knew that.
That was my immediate question when we started talking about it off air.
I think if they did, I don't think they would have called it Bloodlines.
I don't think they give a shit enough. They're like, this is too good a title. For what they were doing, for what the story was actually about.
Oh yeah, what is the Bloodline?
It starts...
Is it the train track or is it family?
No, yeah, it feels like the bloodline starting with Iris.
Oh yeah.
And her husband.
That bloodline, but it's also bloodline like a train line.
Yeah.
That's covered in blood. It's also the red tape that connects so it works in all sorts of ways.
The murder map.
It works in all kinds of ways. Whereas
all right, we're not here to talk about that movie, goddammit.
Well,
you have to change course, sir.
Brings me to my point. What's Legends? It's just a thing.
Well, that's the thing is, one of the legends doesn't show up until an hour into an hour and 34-minute movie.
Have we had another movie called Legend with the subtitle Legends?
No.
It
Eventually,
feels more like a
maybe
sports...
someday we'll have the Legend of Curly's Gold, but I don't think we've had.
It feels very sports specific. That subtitle, like.
Yeah, that's bandied about in sports.
Legend, but... like WWF Legends or something.
Mm-hmm. If the Rocky series wasn't so perfectly devoted to Roman numerals.
Well, and up until a point.
But...
Interesting.
All right, so can we talk about this found family. What do you think of the girlfriend / Joshua Jackson?
You don't want to talk about the Not Cobra Kai dojo with their motto of strike hard?
Okay, we can talk about that too. I mean, I think all of this is happening at the same time.
It's just... So the only thing I thought about that was, like, partly the movie going, it's just like Cobra Kai. You know what Cobra Kai is.
Yeah.
We're not calling it Cobra Kai, but let's face it, it's just Cobra Kai. So it's partly that kind of shorthand, and the other shorthand is modern America fucking sucks. It's full of sucky people.
Yeah.
And this organization represents that.
Yeah, I agree. I think, but that's one of the problems I have with the movie is like
Agreed.
you have the original Karate Kid, and then this entire series of Cobra Kai as a template for how to do a villain that we can hook into as an audience.
Well, and also remember, Next Karate Kid had their own surrogate Cobra Kai. I can't remember what they were called, the Minotaurs or something like that, run by Michael Ironside.
Ironside, yeah.
So they've done this already, and this is even less developed than that, and I don't know how you go in the other direction.
Well, that was my problem, is I just think that this...
It's like a Greek gangster or
Yeah,
something?
well, putting him aside, what's the kid's name? The bad guy?
Connor.
The bad guy, Connor, is so underdeveloped to me. Like, I really had hopes. Like, I thought they were going to develop him slightly right at the end. And then they didn't.
Yeah, and it's I mean, even with the extra time they have, it's kind of amazing how much more Cobra Kai does with these types of characters. Like,
Yeah.
what's Robbie?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny's son. And this... maybe this is the problem. Maybe they're like, kind of, we've done, like... Should we try and do it differently?
You mean not have good character writing? Like,
I mean,
that's not...
That
come
would
on.
be that would be my riposte. But is there like a... Like with Ralph Macchio going...
Macchio?
Like, let's... Macchio.
Your Britishness got in the way there, I think.
It frequently does. Of my happiness.
He's not a coffee.
Jim Backus, right? Okay. Voice of Mr. Magoo. With him kind of going, let's keep them distinct and let's give them integrity. Is he also going, you can't do that, we did that in Cobra Kai?
Mm. You don't have to give him, you don't have to necessarily give him dignity, but you have to give him a reason to be who he is.
Pussy is his reason.
Pussy?
Pussy is his reason, yeah. He wants the girl.
Oh, I thought you were saying he was a pussy. It's like, what? Tom, it's reductive. Don't be such an asshole.
I was trying to American it up for you. You're getting at my Britishness. I'm trying to... Fucking thing sucks. Do it live.
Do it live, goddammit.
Fucking thing sucks.
All right, we're at 45 minutes. I feel like we need to take a break.
Stop telling the audience how long the episode is. They know full well. They've got it on their phone.
We're gonna take a break, goddammit.
Yeah, we should. This is a good
I need a drink of water.
Because we're about to go to Chinatown.
Yeah.
Surely some cultural misunderstandings will take place here.
Of course. If this movie wasn't so fucking weird.
Yeah. I like to think I know something about beer, but nowadays even I get overwhelmed when confronted by the exhaustive selection of craft beers they have at bars, breweries, and even grocery stores. Back in the day you had one, maybe two craft beers to choose from, and if you were confused, you ordered a Guinness. But in beerstinations like San Diego, the craft beer options lately are in double, sometimes even triple digits. So what's a beer drinker to do? You need what I need, the Vegas Beer Guys. Your beer of choice should be a perfect blend of malt and hops. And so a live show about beer needs that same balance. And the Vegas Beer Guys matches beer expert Dan Aker with self-proclaimed beer novice Stephen J. Weiss. The results are eminently drinkable. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. They'll try new beers. They'll tell you about beer. Think of them as your beer Sherpas guiding you up a foamy-headed mountain to reach the peak of your pint. God, I need a beer.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, trying to figure out what the hell they were thinking as they made Karate Kid Legends. The May
It's not that bad.
2025 film. I have to admit, I liked it marginally better this viewing.
It's bad, but it's not that bad.
It's bad. I guess more than anything, it's like the parts don't make a whole, but I was enjoying sections. Like the reason I brought up the Joshua Jackson and the family part, because I was like, there's a part of me that would just watch this whole thing as a movie. When it decides to be a movie where he trains a boxer, I thought,
Yeah.
all right, I might be able to get into that. But this is a movie that does that for 15 minutes and then forgets all about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's at this part of the movie, you're like, we're nearly a third of the way through the film.
And it hasn't decided what it is yet.
It was no discernible mentor figure yet. And
Yeah.
we know, because of the premise of the movie, we have to get through 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
How are we going to do it in just over 90 minutes? But he takes his, what's her name?
The girlfriend?
Yeah.
Mia?
Mia to Chinatown. Oh, she's going to Chinatown to get something fixed. Something that it looks like you can fix at home very easily. But anyway. And this is to kind of show us that, well, I guess like the overall feeling is more akin to what you were talking about, which is that New York is a mixed immigrant community anyway, so it doesn't matter where you come from. Mm-hmm. You'll find a place here.
But they're also bartering. Like he's going to give her Mandarin lessons for New York lessons.
Because he talks about a local discount, and I'm like, what do you mean by local to Chinatown? Or China?
Well, I think local to Chinese people. And I kind of in New York, but I kind of like that idea.
Yeah, I like that.
I like the idea of like Americans think of people coming here and needing to assimilate, but never considering that if you go to, say, a Chinatown, that there's a certain amount of assimilation you could be doing as well.
Yeah, great.
So I like that message.
Mm-hmm. Well, I said in the previous episode, a lot of the music for this movie was done by
What a mess.
It's a real mess, but it's also a historical mess as well. Like, this twangy guitar sound, which I think of as a very 90s thing.
Okay.
Sounds like the Cranberries. And I remember the Cranberries were actually on the soundtrack of the next Karate Kid. And I don't think it's a reference, but I do get a sense of like... So I'm in two minds, right? In terms of of music and pop culture.
Okay.
Like, I don't know whether this movie and maybe another couple of movies in this series just like use anachronistic music choices,
right?
Or is anachronism part of modern music? Like, you're just as likely to hear a song from the 60s, from the 80s, to the 90s, to one recorded this year.
Well, because the one thing this movie does do is they make a lot of the music in-world. In taxi cabs, in cars, on people's headphones that, like, cuts
so many
out...
needle drops.
Needle drops that get cut off when they get out of the car or whatever they're doing.
Doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
That's an old person's way of saying it. I'm so out of my depth here, it's untrue.
What else?
But it's really hard. It's really hard for me to go in like
push play drops. Doesn't really have the same ring.
Well, you know, like I watched a movie the other day, had a Bernard Herrmann score. I'm like, I understand that. And then there's a scene where skeletons fight, and I'm like, he's doing the glockenspiel. I'm going, okay, I get it.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, but you present this to me where it's like
where are those clouds, Tom? Shake a fist, I say. Shake a fist.
Like, where is the... Like, Is this a song that's recorded now? Is this a song that sounds like it's now because I'm old, but is actually from 10, 15 years ago? That is the likeliest explanation.
Yeah.
Or is it just like is it like the equivalent of like library music? Like someone's, like when we don't have a movie to talk about, you put that track on here. It's like, is that what they're doing here? Like, are these known artists?
Yeah.
What is happening? I don't understand.
Yeah, every time a song would start, I thought to myself, how out of my depth am I? Am I supposed to recognize this song? That was one of my questions for you.
I recognized one song in this movie.
Okay, so I don't feel quite as bad then.
Did you recognize one song?
I don't remember
I
recognizing
Want It That Way.
a song. I'd
played
have to
acoustically by...
Oh, then probably not.
I Want It That Way. Plays it on the...
Oh, that song I do know.
The tutor plays it on the acoustic guitar.
Who does?
The tutor.
Oh, yeah.
Curly hair.
Alan?
Curly Sue, yeah.
Curly Sue. Weren't you talking about you couldn't figure out what characters were doing in this story? That's got to be one of them.
I'd actually... anyway, that part of it I thought was fine.
He doesn't seem to have a particular point.
No.
Although I like the actor.
Yeah, I think...
And the character, but I just don't know what he does to this story.
You have to go scene for scene moment to moment with all of these characters.
True.
You can't think about the gestalt. You have
to
think about...
Yeah.
And there's a lot to enjoy about Jackie Chan's performance in this movie, as long as you don't think of it as Mr. Han from the
2010 film. Yeah.
But also, like, even in different parts of the film, it doesn't make sense. So
this movie does a thing that's driving me nuts in all of movies, much less just IP cinema, where we have to flash back to tragic scenes and just instead of just letting actors talk about them.
Well, also...
I think it's always better to just let an actor act than have to flash back.
Yeah, no, obviously I agree with that. There's been there's rumblings of something that happened.
Yeah.
Some trauma. But it's kind of a weird way for it to come out in the middle of this scene from Back to the Future Part 2. Where he basically calls him a chicken.
Yeah.
Even that was weird in Back to the Future Part 2 because that wasn't a part of Marty's character.
That's not a part of Marty's character at all. That's such an add-on. Having recently rewatched the films, I'm like, I'm as pissed today as I was the first time I saw that movie.
And I remember when we did it, I didn't articulate that, but I remember, like, they talk about Needles as if we're supposed to know who fucking Needles is. We don't know who Needles is. So there's a lot of it in that movie. But anyway, yeah, it goes into a full flashback, which I don't really understand.
And even before that, when I don't know where I am, but when he's at school and Connor kind of challenges him, and he out of nowhere just pushes him back and decides to fight. I thought to myself, that was kind of quick. You could have walked away from that.
They feel like they've got to take a lot of shortcuts they don't necessarily need to take. If they'd have decided one movie to make, they could have had all the constituent parts they want.
And even in that scene, it's a stronger choice for him to decide not to fight, and for Connor to just hit him anyway.
Yeah,
because then he's more villainous, and your hero's more likable.
I mean, it's a good... I made a note here. It's a good pacing of the sports hero storyline because you can't... One of the rules is you can't succeed too soon. Otherwise, why do you need any mentoring?
Right.
So it's good that he fails the dragon kick at this point. And it's so. And the note I kept making in this point in the movie was it's getting really hard to believe that these isolated martial arts teenagers keep falling into the same narrative grooves each time. And I think what they should have done, that they could have taken from Cobra Kai without looking like they're stealing from it, is that Cobra Kai always provided a commentary on succumbing to the conventions of the franchise, whether it's the sports movie in general or this particular fictional universe and the way it goes. But so I think why can't we have that same sort of nod and a wink to the audience that we get in Cobra Kai, where they realize they've been round the houses before, and they kind of make it, without disrupting the fictional universe, they make it clear to the audience that they're aware of the deja vu.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels organic in Cobra Kai as well, because it's like different generations of the same family.
Sure.
Families. Or indeed the same two people fighting the same fights they always did.
They always did, right.
This is why it works.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another song I recognize, North American Scum, when he sets upon the two hoodlums in the alleyway. By, I believe, LCD Sound System, I want to say.
Out of my depth. Go on.
It goes, do, 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 do. We are North American Scum. Do, 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 do. And that song is about, I was going to say,
oh, you've chosen the wrong career. Boy.
20 years old. Is the thing coming up on your Zoom that says, want to record professional audio? Yeah. It's definitely not on mine. Like it did when I did that Dokken song. That's a good 20 years old, that song. 15, 20 years old.
I don't know.
So why is that in this movie? It's so confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they pick that? Is it literally just like scrolling through a playlist? How is music chosen?
So frustrated.
It really is. See, I want answers. I want someone to sit me down and go, like, because go back to the Bernard Herrmann comparison. I know everything can't be Bernard Herrmann, but you've got different parts of an orchestra. That's the only kind of disparity you have to reconcile. Here it's like music from the past, music from the present, music is it famous music? Is it not famous music? I don't know.
Well, I'm too out of my depth, so I had to focus on not liking
why am I mentioning any of this to you?
Yeah, it's a waste of your time.
What's the
So let's talk about the thing that I hate.
Screaming into the void.
Which is, hopefully we can agree, this isn't as bad editing as I think there is in 2010. But this fight, the editing, it's just lacking. They're always cutting a fraction of a second too quickly. I want to see the fight in camera. Yeah, everything about it is just off. And this particular director, Entwistle, has a habit in all the fights of arcing the camera in a pan in a way that is annoying to me and unsatisfying. Mm-hmm. Just let me see the fight.
You're right, it's not the worst I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it. You see more of a fight than you usually do these days.
You do. So I'm going to give them that credit at least, that it's not the worst we've ever seen in a movie, but it's just off the mark still. And I guess that's what bothers me more, is that it feels close to almost being good. And every time it could be good, that's when he cuts.
And I think it is trying to ape a little of the kind of kung fu movie camera work as well. Because remember, it's kung fu, not karate.
For now.
Right. That's the other unfortunate legacy of Karate Kid 2010. You're actually talking about an entirely different sport.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it should be called the Kung Fu Kid.
Yep.
Why wasn't it called the Kung Fu Kid? Oh, this movie could have been called Karate Kid, Everything is Kung Fu.
You know what I did like, though? I did like that Li Fong kicked those guys' asses, and what's his name? Joshua Jackson is just sort of sitting there holding his head after getting his ass slapped around a little bit. But as the guys were running away in fright, they're like, "You better pay that money." Thought that was unintentionally funny.
Yes, it is. It's like a scene from Underdog.
Yeah.
Well, you bring up a good point by mentioning Joshua Jackson, because we've already diluted karate with kung fu. Now we're adding in boxing. That's an entirely different,
such a different sport.
Art. That's 3 different martial arts.
I gave it a bit of a pass, because I could understand as a boxer that Joshua Jackson and as an older guy who would be way past his prime, wants to try and get a little bit more quickness into his game. I was like, all right, I'll give it a pass. Like, whatever he's learning, like whenever they show the montages of him boxing, he's doing kung fu stuff, but he's always applying it to his boxing, and it looks like it's working for his boxing. He actually looks like a real boxer to me in this movie, so I kind of gave it a pass.
Okay. It's kind of one more sport than we
I agree.
need.
I completely agree. And yet there was this part of me that was like, is this the storyline that I care the most about? Do I want to see him training Joshua Jackson and see that movie instead? Because so far, I'm not missing Jackie Chan, and I don't even care about Ralph Macchio appearing yet.
Well,
I am more invested in Ben Wong and the other characters, the daughter.
Yeah.
Like, they're more interesting to me. I care about these people enough.
And you're right as well. It's an entirely separate story about an aging boxer.
Yeah.
Crammed into the first third of the movie before you even get into none of this
into the real movie. Yeah.
None of this is a legacy sequel yet.
Yeah.
None of this is approaching. We've not got to the legacy material.
No.
Yet. It's very strange.
That's why they gave her that taster. Gave us that taster scene of Karate Kid Part 2, I think, because they were like, listen, we're not going to start this movie until like 45 minutes an hour into it, so we got to give them a little something to wet their beak.
Well, yeah. There's and I think there's a similar vibe in I Know What You Did Last Summer as well.
Yeah,
2025.
absolutely.
Um,
That well, never mind.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We don't need that tangent. We'll talk about it.
I like the scene where they go to temple in New York. And
I did too.
We didn't even go to a temple in China.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of this?
And I think that taken with the scene in Chinatown and taken with the whole idea of them coming from China sort of to New York and not seeming out of place.
Mm-hmm.
I think the movie is trying to say it's like the world is not as simple as a single culture and a single nation. The world is a diaspora wherever you go.
Sure.
You can find your heritage wherever you are.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in a place like New York. So, and
Definitely.
to me, that was the most convincing version of that of the three scenes we've had that relate to that idea.
Yeah.
So what and why in 2025 are they is Li Fong and Han communicating by phone? Is this just to kind of keep it like Daniel's mother in the sequels, or like why isn't he using Zoom or some other kind of non-licensed video platform for communicating with?
Yeah, I don't know. I still think we think in movies, we think in terms of phones, and that's like the easiest thing to do. I still call people.
Not now.
I still call people more to talk than FaceTime or Zoom.
Well, you're significantly older than Li Fong. So you think it's Mr. Han who's like, I don't know how to work this newfangled technology.
Could
but that
be,
doesn't fit with him at all. He finds his way to.
I think young people are also still calling other young people. I don't think they're FaceTiming everywhere they go.
And this is another where I'm totally out of step with the generation above me. Like, I know how to get online and book a plane ticket.
Yeah.
How do old people know how to do that? What do? They just phone the airport?
I don't know.
But you know what I mean? Like,
no.
How does Mr. Han book his?
Your question
travel?
Is how does Mr. Han book a flight? How enough do you imagine him to be?
I don't know how tech savvy he is if he's calling. Like, imagine how much that's costing compared to an entirely
Listen,
free video
I think
platform.
you're way off the mark here. And for one simple reason. I think it's easier to hold a phone to your ear than hold it out in front of you to get...
No, you do it on a laptop.
Not everybody is at home all the time.
Oh, he was in the school of jacket on, jacket off, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Jacket off, jacket on.
The school of
if you say it too quickly, it sounds like jacket off.
Yeah, it's just jacking off.
On a recently with Goldie and Russ did a Charles Bronson movie, I think 5 Seconds to Midnight.
Mm.
And there's a scene apparently, I've not seen it, but there's a scene apparently where Charles Bronson finds like the killer's sexy tools, and there's like a dildo in there.
Okay.
No, like a vibra, like a yeah. I think it's like a dildo, and that's like, what's that for? And it's like, it's for jacking off. So, and there is something in. I think you were pointing to this as well. There is something interesting about this idea, or this inversion of the young student is a teacher to an old man.
Yeah,
like that is something we've always had an intergenerational dimension in the mentoring, but this is a new one.
This is reversed.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in Cobra Kai at any point. Like, I mean, you know, the young people teach the older people about love and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, they teach them things, but that's through just the natural course of working with them.
Yes, exactly. They're still...
Johnny learns to put himself out there to try love again, blah, 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 blah.
Now, flashing back to Johnny, when what's his name? The kid? Blue Beetle? What's the character's name? He is Blue Beetle!
He is, you're right, sorry. But now I can't think of anything other than Blue Beetle, and it's your fault. Not Ricky.
No, I'm trying to. It is a Latino name, but I don't want to say the wrong one because it sounds racist. Ramon.
We can't. No, we don't have time to waste on this. Okay.
But anyway,
we can move on.
I just remember him like when he's paralyzed, when his legs don't work.
Oh yeah.
And Johnny's like hoisting him up on a wire, like he has him on a rope.
Yeah.
Over the apartment. It's just so good. Anyway. There's nothing. There's no way around it. This is not Cobra Kai. There's a Peter Parker reference here, which Sony can. They talk about him being Brooklyn's Peter Parker because he's pizzas, and I was like, okay, Sony, we know you've got Spider-Man.
Just calm down.
You can't just talk about just because you got the rights to Spider-Man doesn't mean you can talk about it in non-Spider-Man movies.
Yeah. And
then apparently the first rule of Kung Fu is that you have to honor the early 90s headshot of Jackie Chan.
I kind of like that they start their training and he just sort of explains, give an homage by doing this to the picture, but I will explain nothing else about the man. Let's go. Start training.
Right. So we've gone wax on, wax off. Jacket on, jacket off, and now make a pizza.
Make a pizza, sweep.
That's not even an on and off. It's not even like. Well, later on we get Johnny's version of it, which is within that paradigm. But it's just like make a pizza. It doesn't seem as deliberate a mentoring strategy.
Well, I mean that's of course it's never said pizza.
That'd be great. Get some Little Caesars money.
Yeah,
pizza.
But basically what he's saying is everything is kung fu, so you can do kung fu everywhere you are.
Listen to this.
No matter what.
Listen to this. Pizza. How is that better or worse than what the guy really does in the commercial?
Yes, you're right, Tom. Congratulations.
What would they... I guarantee you I'm a lot cheaper. I mean, he's already recorded it, so it's a moot point. I mean, they're probably just paying him royalties at this point. Do you think he got royalties or a buyout?
My guess is buyout.
God, if he got royalties, that would be one.
That would be something.
Deal. Every time you hear pizza, cha-ching.
I just made $1.
Something else that I think...
There were things that I liked within this, just kind of despite the fact that I didn't think I should. I like the daughter catching them training, asking what the fuck's going on. Them sheepishly trying to explain, moving on. This movie is montage heavy, but they're never really bothering me that much.
No, well, I mean, so's the series.
Yeah, exactly.
And even Cobra Kai keeps that tradition going.
Yeah.
The other thing, I think that this has a revenge drama aspect to it.
Yeah.
Which I don't really get in the Karate Kid movies quite as much.
You get it in 2.
A little bit. Yes, I suppose so. But Cobra Kai is full revenge drama.
All the time.
That the final boat fight. I mean, Jesus. Sorry, it's a spoiler, but
It's a full series of you slighted me somehow.
It's great when you can just end something with a fight on a boat. I think
That explodes.
that's very James Bond. It's like just ending
So
people
fucking
punching
great.
each other on a boat. That
Two
explodes.
two ill-equipped old men were editing to look like they're capable.
Don't they say something like it could only end this way? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. This is pushing it logic-wise. And also, I kind of like that. I think that there is a conscious attempt to avoid stereotypes, racism,
Yeah.
cultural assumptions, because I think it would have been easy to make Li Feng like an A student.
Yeah, right.
Because he's not good at. Because it's said several times over, he's not good at calculus.
Not good at math.
So
Yeah.
he's like Milhouse, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a nerd. Nerds are smart.
I like when the tutor is, yeah, and you're killing it here, so I think you have plenty of time to go
No,
to
all
the
of these are wrong.
street fair. And he goes, am I really doing better? And he goes, no, this is all wrong.
This is all wrong. It's very good. Also, the messaging of this movie in regards to violence, I think, is off from what the series has been. Because his freezing in a moment of crisis is sort of seen as a weakness rather than trauma.
I disagree.
And this is all okay. Well, this is all seems to be re-traumatizing him.
Well, yeah, but that's one of the things that I think is successful in the movie is because I think the movie shows that outwardly you can look one way to other people, but the movie shows that inwardly what he's dealing with is trauma. And I think it does that pretty well.
Okay. I think it's right to the end. It's still like it's a defect that he has to shake off.
Character-wise, I agree. They make it seem as though I have to get rid of my demons, and my demons are this.
Yeah.
The part that really upset me the most is when the girlfriend Mia is upset with him, and he decides to try to make up with her. And they never talk about it. He just offers her a Pepsi, and now they're back together.
To be fair, that is a very 80s movie thing to do.
Move. Yeah.
Yes.
But have a
Pepsi and let's forget about it. Wasn't that the tagline?
You're
Have a Pepsi and let's forget about the trauma.
Yeah. Here's a Pepsi from a Kardashian. We're done, right?
Yes. I was just thinking that. I was like, I'm telling a joke. There's no oh wait, they actually did this in a commercial.
Amazing. But your movie's an hour and 34 minutes long.
Mm-hmm. You're
taking shortcuts left and right to try and keep it at that length. But I think you could have one conversation of him saying, listen, I'm sorry that it happened at all and my reaction to it, but you have to understand this about me. Like, it doesn't take that much time to do that.
Yeah, and I think the problem is the mentoring that he's getting is sending the wrong message too.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't met.
We haven't met the mentors yet, so.
Well, we've got one of them. We've got one. My next note is about a Mr. Han's Kato style sneak attack.
I'm like, that's the thing in these types of movies where one person attacks another one. Let's say like a kitchen pot.
Yeah.
Like one wrong move and you're gonna get hit in the face with a kitchen pot. It seems like high stakes training.
Yeah. We know it's kind of suspension of disbelief because we know it's there to showcase Chan's signature brand of action slapstick, right? Mm-hmm. The whole light switch, kicking the light switch on and off.
Well, that's the button.
Yeah. That's his, that's what it's for, and it is, but it's just the situation. I wonder if... Didn't you say, am I getting this wrong? Didn't you say that he was lined up to be Kato in the Pink Panther reboot, and then they decided...
That does sound familiar.
Let's not go down that road again.
Yeah.
So maybe Jackie Chan is like, unfinished business.
Yeah.
I would have made a great Kato. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Eddie Murphy's doing it now, so there's still time. Does Kato have to be a similar age to Clouseau for it to work?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have a Kato. What if they had a? What if they kind of took the lead of recasting of kind of switching doing like a color swap, and you have a white Kato.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I don't know, who could it possibly be? Steve Buscemi?
Is that officially announced?
Oh yeah, well, he went ahead and announced it, pre-announced it in an interview he was having. I don't think he was meant to, but then they confirmed it soon after. Yeah,
Eddie Murphy, Pink Panther.
he's Clouseau. Yeah,
He's Clouseau.
and the only thing he said was, like, they said, "Are you gonna do the French accent?" And he said he might be like Haitian French, like he might be post-colonial French, which I was like, good answer.
Bold.
That's a good. That's like, and then you're like, this might actually work better than Steve Martin.
I don't know. We'll see. It's weird they're picking another old person.
Has Dial of Destiny taught us nothing?
Yeah, right?
We have to just keep injuring the character in the course of the movie so it doesn't look weird.
Yeah.
He can't do anything.
Well, Mr. Han's going to go visit Daniel LaRusso. We're only an hour into the film.
Also, not to put too fine a point on it, but this whole kind of Rocky style.
Well, yeah, the boxing portion of our movie is over. With him finally visiting Jackson in the hospital. And his girlfriend's pissed.
There's a lot of logic leaps in the from the moment that he's in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Han arrives in New York.
Right.
He's like, I'm gonna help your friend. And then he's like, we need to join this tournament.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and then on even flimsier grounds, he goes to California.
Yeah. I'm going to take a couple of days off.
It's not, I mean, I suppose from his perspective, he's like, I just came from China. Going from here to California was nothing.
I got to tell you, the jet lag is going to whiplash me.
He's kind of doing what my dad tries to do with, like, trying to beat the jet lag by, like, turning, like, when my son goes over and then he drops him back, I was like, why don't you take a couple of days, like, relax, get over the jet lag? He's like, no, you gotta get back right on a plane. Beat that jet lag. And at this point he's only murdered like 5 people in a sleepwalking haze, so we're good.
No problem.
Yeah. Now, is this one of your 4 movies that you think this movie could be? Like, the meeting of Daniel and Han? Doesn't this deserve at least another scene, if not a whole movie?
Yeah, it's like the beginning of an idea of another movie, but it's shuffled off to the side so quickly. I mean, so far we have an immigrant coming to America movie that they decided not to do at all.
Yeah.
We have a young person training a boxer movie that they kept, for a solid 12 to 15 minutes.
Yes.
And then shuffled that off to the side.
They did.
And now we're going to start our proper movie of legends teaching a teenage boy to win a match, I guess, to help save a pizza joint. That's the only reason, right?
Well, I think it's about it. Again, it would be nice if the movie helped me out here, but I think it's implied that it's about him getting over the trauma that he's experienced.
Yeah, that's true. They have laid that. They've laid that foundation down a little bit, but the idea to get over your trauma of violence is to partake in violence.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the central
not great.
Contradiction. No, it's not. It's kind of, it's either a misremembering of what Mr. Miyagi says in the Karate Kid movies, or a willful ignorance of them. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Well, when you see Daniel, this is where I feel, at the very least, even if it's not like distinguishing fictional universes in the way they could have if they'd kept out the post-credit scene, they're still distinguishing between film and TV Daniel. Because his hair, like, it's gelled for the entirety of Cobra Kai. It's in full car salesman style. And nowhere in Cobra Kai does he go back to the hair of his teenage years.
Right.
And yet, that's the default here. So in my mind, I'm going, oh, maybe Cobra Kai doesn't exist. Maybe this is film, Daniel. That's what they're going to do now.
You're always burrowing a hole, trying to find something.
The
that's
movie's
not there.
making me burrow this particular hole, though, because that's a choice, right? To have him with an entirely new hair appearance that looks like he did when he was a teenager. The last time we saw him last time we saw him on film as Daniel was in Karate Kid 3.
True.
So when he was playing a 16-year-old and he was 37 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think Cobra Kai was shot on film, so I'll give it to you.
Also, and the other thing is, no mention of his life situation, no mention of the family.
Nope. Yeah,
So it could be Daniel without Cobra Kai.
that's true.
Maybe that timeline only exists in the credits. It's like a kind of one of those sort of like time dilation things where you get a glimpse of an alternate universe.
Right. All right. I feel like we got to take one more break
Sure.
because the rest of this movie is going to come fast and furious.
Oh, I like the
Not unlike the Dragon Kick, or is it the Dragon Leap? What is it?
Dragon Kick, I think.
All right.
Dragon Leap, I think you're confusing it with the Leap of Faith, no?
Well, it's such a leap.
Let's... Yes.
I can't leap and do a half a turn. These kids are fucking spinning 4 times.
Well, I wouldn't recommend doing that move anywhere. On top of a skyscraper, I think it's...
It made me so
dangerous.
nervous at the end of that movie, but we'll get there.
That would have been an amazing end to the movie if we just
Oh!
kept going all the...
If you like podcasts like I do, boy, do I have a treat for you. You need to
Stay on target.
and check out the Sounds and Cinema podcast. Listen as your host, sound designer and music creator Tony Parham, and co-host, musical performer and sound lover Derek Hansen, D-Rock if you're nasty, and I am, discuss all things sound related to film, television, stage, and theatrical productions. They discuss environmental sounds, bioacoustics, dialogue, the nature of communication through sound, but as an added bonus, they drink beer and try to...
Stay on target.
Find them wherever you get your podcasts and listen to the pure mania of a man who can charitably be described as Doug, the dog from Up, and another man with a soothing and sultry voice trying to get that man to...
Stay on target.
That's the Sounds and Cinema podcast. Tune in and listen to the sounds they are creating just for you. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Tom and I are here discussing Karate Kid Legends, directed by what's his name?
Jonathan Entwistle.
Okay, fine.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I've known several people in my life.
I was gonna say Mr. Wrong for this movie.
I've known several people in my life called Entwistle, so maybe that's why I'm remembering it so easily.
How do you know multiple people
It's quite a common
with the
name.
name Entwistle?
It's quite a common name where I'm from. That's why I was like comparing it to Leicester Summer Wine. I'm sure
Wow,
some
sounds
of them are
like-
called Entwistle.
One of the Munchkins to me.
Those are not mutually exclusive. Britain is an Oz-like land in many regards.
All right, well, are you getting what you want from a Karate Kid Legends movie when these two finally see each other?
I'm still distracted by how un-Han-like
Yeah,
Mr. Han is.
true.
And I feel like I can just, the filmmakers want Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
They're like, what worked about Karate Kid 2010? Jackie Chan. Only.
Right.
So we want him, but we don't want the baggage, so he doesn't even need to be the same character. We just want him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, they seem desperate. It's all about proving, and this is the problem, they're all proving that you can blend different fictional universes.
Mm-hmm.
even though these people are from different countries and they play different sports.
Right.
So that's hard to get. It's hard to sort of get over. I mean, I can't remember too much about how they reconciled it in the 2010 version.
I don't think they do. He's just learning kung fu. Period.
So why was it called the Karate Kid?
Because IP.
Does he go into a karate tournament though?
No, I don't think so.
But anyway, they have to deal with it here, obviously, because he's going into a karate tournament.
Right, but it's, 2 branches, 1 tree. Said many, 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 many times.
Many, many times. And shown many, many, many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I misspoke in the sense that that we do see a little bit of Connor's training.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so, again, I think that they're sort of resting on their Cobra Kai laurels. They're like, you get it. Like, this is what
True.
they do at this Cobra Kai style gym. But it's a surrogate so many times removed.
Yeah.
It feels like, the Canon Films version.
I don't know. Like the first time I saw this movie, this all played ever so slightly better for me on this viewing. But the first time I saw this movie, well, one aspect lowered for me, one raised a little bit. One, the shortcuts of this movie, in which I guess Han is laying the groundwork with Ming-Na Wen about why he has to fight.
Yeah.
In just one-liners that, like, I think she could easily counter, no, he doesn't have to fight.
Yeah.
But they're laying that groundwork, except I don't like that they're talking with each other instead of the mother talking with the son.
Right.
And him telling her why he wants to do this and giving an actual reason that we as an audience can feel and buy into.
All valid. Yeah.
So that's a cheat that I don't like. The first time I saw this movie, I was like, why are you calling your movie Karate Kid Legends if you're just producing the 2 legends to, like, slapstick comedy scenes?
Yeah. Also a valid complaint.
So I didn't like that. Although I found more humor in it this time, and they were... Because they're both such engaging performers that it's funny, so...
Yeah.
But I'm still right story-wise that this is a bit dim and dumb, so...
Dim and dumb, yeah. Agreed.
Don't care for any of that. And again, your movie's an hour and 34 minutes. Like, you have the time to, like, lay a little more track.
What do you think about the graphic design elements, like the countdown clock?
No.
In theory, I like it, but I don't like the way it's executed.
I guess
I like.
I thought 2 things. I thought, one, I don't like this because it reminds me a lot of something that happened in 2010. The way they kept showing points or something into the 2010.
Oh, did they do that in 2010 as well? They do that
something
here too.
Similar, I feel like, but my inclination was whatever I'm seeing here, it's better than what I saw in 2010.
Yeah, I think it's more finessed.
So, yeah.
More, I mean, it's kind of the style of the movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just hard. For me, the big objection is less to, well, there's a lot of objections. I agree with everything you've said. But the tone of use violence as self-help.
Yeah.
Pretty sure this is something Miyagi would have warned Daniel against pursuing, and it's weird that Daniel doesn't.
Miyagi's always about defense.
And it's weird that Daniel doesn't speak to that.
Yeah.
And
right.
And again, I wonder if they don't want to tread on the toes of Cobra Kai, because, that's a big part of the difference between him and Johnny.
The only thing I know for sure is that Ralph Macchio insisted that there be this kind of line about whenever I can push forward Mr. Miyagi's legacy, blah, 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 about karate, I'm going to do that.
That's even worse.
And that, yeah. So
missing the point completely.
Yeah, exactly. And
but wait a minute. But
it's just funny. Like, the original Karate Kid gets it so right, where these kids, these bullies, are never going to leave Ralph Macchio alone. So he has to stand. He has to face those demons. to get them to respect him enough to leave him alone. Plus, when they go visit Cobra Kai, Martin Kove is such a fucking lunatic that he's like, okay, this is the only way I think we could solve this problem. Leave the boy alone. I'll train him. We'll solve this at the tournament. And then we're like, he has a reason to do all of this.
Yeah.
But it feels more like a last resort. And here it's like, I want you to fight. Go fight. Fight this power. Yeah, you got to have some kind of conversation about. And it's like they lay this groundwork for this trauma that he's dealing with, but that trauma is not solved through fighting. So it's a bad trauma to have.
Well, also, like, the conflict between them is so superficial. It's like, it's basically, karate's good. No, kung fu's better. Like, just basically saying,
it's so superficial.
I prefer this sport.
Yeah.
Whereas the conflict could have been,
they don't even have
you're espousing violence. That's not what Miyagi taught.
Yeah.
Right. You've taken that.
I was just gonna say if it was because maybe they were too afraid this is too similar to Cobra Kai. But if it was at least an offense versus defense argument.
But then they seed this. They seed this in the end of Cobra Kai, and it never goes anywhere in Cobra Kai. Finding out that Mr. Miyagi participated in violent tournaments where he killed a man. And it's like, this has to pay off here, and it never does.
Right. The only thing they do is he says we are going to use his aggression against him.
Yeah. Which
does feel like defense into offense, but it's not enough.
If you're a spin doctor, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's like something Gavin Newsom would say, you know. It's sort of like, I'm going to be politically corrupt to stop Trump being politically corrupt. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't get us to a very good place. I will be the next monster, is what you're saying.
Again, like, they're taking shortcuts. We have montages for the training moments.
Well, not just that, but sped up scene transitions as well.
Yeah, so I was just going to say that all of this is sped up between the fights and the training moments.
Yeah. When are movies going to stop doing this sped up scene transition?
I don't know.
It's been like, it feels like 10, 15 years of this bullshit.
I also felt like this director was Scott Pilgriming these fight scenes.
Very much so.
And that's the wrong tone.
That's an excellent way of putting it.
I didn't like that.
There's a whole, I mean, I found this when I was like doing student films, which feels like a long time ago now. It was probably only about 5-10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
People talked a lot about Scott Pilgrim. They were using shots and techniques from that. So this is the, that's the end. This is the end result. End result. Yeah, that's what mainstream cinema is now.
No, I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either. And the popularity of graphic novels, which obviously Scott Pilgrim was.
Sure.
And this was the most successful filmic version of that. And then, as a parent of a child, I've seen the latest, was it Mutant Mayhem, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Seth Rogen.
The Rogen
looks very similar to me.
Yeah.
So I think that basically they've got the right idea that we can do something different with fight sequences.
Mm-hmm.
We can represent them differently, but this is just too derivative elsewhere, I think.
Yeah. But again, like, I have issues with the editing. The camera's too close to the action at times. It's better. It's like a little bit better than we've seen in other movies. But often too close to the action. I don't like those half-arc things they're doing. And they're always cutting too soon. Like, show me a little more action before you're cutting and editing.
I feel like Grandpa Simpson and Jasper when they've drunk the tainted veggie juice and they're Beavis and Butthead on the couch. We are so old. That's what I feel like now. Because you're complaining about, I don't like these camera movements, and I was about to say, it's also like they've done it as a video game. Like, Jesus, how?
But we're right. I feel.
I think that there's a way that where we're different from the people who are just flat complaining about this stuff. It's a tiny distinction, but it's there.
The tiniest.
Tiniest is that we do think you can experiment here.
Sure.
Like, no, I'm not asking you to do, you know, film fight scenes the way John G. Avildsen filmed Rocky. It'd be nice. But
I'd like that, but I realize that's a me thing.
I know things have to move on, and I know there's a different way of doing this, but it's not this.
I agree.
Tiny distinction, but it really counts.
Just a little bit.
Salted him a little bit.
No, you did. You did a little bit.
What do you think of the music video for Beat It, where they have the dance fight in the underpass? Where are you frozen or just
No,
do you hate me?
yeah.
It's only one of the two.
I was. I'm so out of my depth. I thought to myself,
okay.
isn't
you
the
don't
one
know Beat It? The music video for Beat It?
Isn't that the one where he's walking
Scorsese
on the
directed it.
He's walking on the sidewalk and the steps light up? Which one's that?
And that's Smooth Criminal you're thinking of.
No, it's not Smooth Criminal. It's one of the early
All right,
ones.
who suddenly knows everything about music?
I would have sworn it was that one. So I didn't. I'm like underneath the
It's
pass.
it's
I
kind of
don't
like
remember
West
that.
Side Story, but with real gangs.
Yeah.
And they dance
Okay.
fight under an underpass, and there's a similar thing here with where Lee Fong gets set upon, and then it's the first time you see Daniel and Han fighting together,
Yeah. Right.
and you're supposed to be riveting, and then Jackie Chan, because he's a funny dude, like hits someone with his ass, like he's Charlie Chaplin,
right.
and it's hilarious, but you know it kind of undermines the ferocity of the scene.
Yeah.
But it's what you come to a Jackie Chan movie for. So
Sure.
part of me's like, nah, well, that's you know, you don't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need.
Right. Is that on the subway? When he's practicing the tiger kick?
Maybe, but they're in an underpass, I'm pretty sure.
Because I remember that, but I don't.
Or is it during the tournament? No, it's not during the tournament.
I remember the ass bump
Are they on the subway?
button, but I can't remember
They're coming off the subway?
where the hell they are. They're not battling.
There's a Venn diagram between what we're both saying that exists.
Yeah,
Neither one of us are exactly
Part of the
right.
problem is like we're into the third or fourth movie of this movie, so I in my head I'm thinking to myself, is he battling Connor's friends or is he battling O'Shea's goons, or I don't remember.
They're one and the same though,
Yeah, that's true.
because O'Shea is the dojo, so his hired goons are one and the same. Connor is an extension of them, which is again I think is a sort of weakness. Like one of the great things about Kreese is like the dojo is everything.
Yeah, right.
And when it's taken away from him, you know, when he loses,
He's reeling. He
ends up Travis Bickle style walking down the streets. Homeless veteran. Because it's a John G. Avildsen movie.
right.
Whereas, you know, it's kind of too easy to make him this mustache twirling gangster as well.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need it. But again, probably they want to distinguish. I guess that's more. It's like a fusion of Kreese and Terry. What's his second name?
I remember Terry.
Terry. I can't believe I can't remember the second name.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, not
Calm
Terry
down.
Fisher. That's someone else. But Terry Silver.
Silver.
Terry Silver. Because Terry Silver was a '80s businessman, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Into toxic waste.
Very Reaganite villain.
Into toxic waste and such.
Yeah.
God, that was great.
Had all the tropes.
He's. I mean, if nobody's like, if people are as down on Karate Kid 3 as Mike is, Watch Cobra Kai because it will rehabilitate Terry Silver for you.
You have any idea how much cocaine I was doing back then?
The best part is when the kids see him and they're like, he looks like a Highlander. But this is where I suddenly remembered what Mr. Han was like in the 2010 version. And like I kept expecting this note of melancholy to come in his performance at some point to kind of connect with that character.
Yeah,
and it never does. He's like
happy go lucky. Yeah, exactly.
The time. Which is Jackie Chan, right? It's the Jackie Chan persona. And in a way, what was great about his performance in 2010 is it was subverting your expectations of that persona.
Yeah.
But now they seem to just want Jackie Chan for Jackie Chan, not Mr. Han.
Mm-hmm. One could get lost if you're not really focused and paying attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then we get to the big fight, right? I mean,
well, also the worst advice, like violence-wise, like it's about. I felt there's the line where they're about to say something like, "When you get a chance to defeat your opponent," and I'm like, it's gonna be something like walk away, turn your back, turn the other cheek, something along those lines. He's like, it's never the wrong choice. I'm like, whoa, isn't that what Cobra Kai believe? Isn't that basically Cobra Kai's mantra? Anyway,
what I want you to do is I want you to do the roadhouse tearing out of the throat of your enemy.
Oh, I got a great...
Follow the creed of Dalton.
Knowing that this was a Sony Pictures production, when they do the scene with the rickshaw, the hilarious scene with the...
Oh, yes.
It's just great. It's comedy classic. It's the same set they used for that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer and Newman try to start a rickshaw business with homeless people.
That's right.
That? And I just feel like it must have a good incline.
It did.
Yeah. But it's fantastic. Same part of the backlot, although obviously done much funnier in Seinfeld.
Yeah, because we keep interspersing training.
He stole the rickshaw.
montages.
Did he leave any collateral? He had his bag of cans and his other bag of cans.
Yeah, this movie felt like Rocky IV because we're all montage at the end. We're montaging through fights and we're montaging through training.
It's not that bad in Rocky IV, is it?
That movie is like 70% montage.
No, this is way. I think this is way more.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It just works so
It works,
well
yeah,
in Rocky
that's
IV.
I forget their montages because they're so effortless.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not effortless. It's going a bit too far, but
Secret smart person.
purposeful effort. but again, this issue of time, and I guess caught in the crossfire of all these montages, they never give Ming-Na Wen a reason to change her mind.
No, yeah, exactly. I literally had a note that said, isn't she ever going to talk to her son? And then finally,
Yeah.
I guess before maybe his first fight, they finally talk.
Yeah, that's right.
But at that point, it feels like too late.
Yeah, I mean...
And the conversation's only there enough to say, go ahead and do it.
But she needs to kind of learn something not like character-wise, but she needs to learn some information that's going to make her change her original stance.
Right.
Because nothing we've seen in the movie really disproves that she's at all wrong about any of this.
Yeah.
So...
Because she's right.
She's right. I mean... sometimes the simplest explanation is the right one. Yeah, she's right. And but you know, women in sports movies are often right, but are told they're wrong.
Yeah, sure.
So what's the thing that changes? Like they do it with Adrian in Rocky.
It's those two conversations that she has.
Yeah.
One line a piece conversation she has with Mr. Han.
Yeah, I know, but in Rocky somehow they managed to do it where you're like, okay, now I don't think Adrian should be supporting any of this crazy person's decisions, but I understand why she is, and that's all I needed, and I didn't get even that.
Sometimes you get a great scene in Rocky. Rocky 3 with the fight on the beach. I'm afraid. Great. I'm afraid too. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and also, like, at some point she basically turns into her character from The Godfather, and she's kind of in control of it all around Rocky 5, right?
You're the only one with the same fortitude as my...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing Eli Wallach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, and I guess it's not good enough a movie to know this. So patronizing. But, like, the idea
You've earned your patronizing tone. You like this movie, you've earned it. Go ahead.
One thing I don't like in movies is bolted on spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's a place like New York City. Like, the view of New York in the background of this fight is distracting.
Yeah, right.
The better choice here, the kind of the harder but better choice is it's just a gym.
Yeah, right.
With white walls.
Because all the other fights just took place kind of like in a parking lot.
Yeah, and you know, in Cobra Kai, they never get more glitzy than towards the end they go international, but it's always just like a gym, basically. Yeah. Like, you don't need to... I don't know. You don't need to window dress this.
Agreed.
The way they do, yeah. And it's a shame, because it's obviously one of the best skylines in the world. But
sure.
I kind of more... I don't know how you would have figured it out, but if the training was done here, it would have been more interesting, I think. Because there's precedent for doing the training against...
They are on top of a building, but more of a bird coop, and so you don't get the city skyline quite as much.
Yeah.
I half expected them to do it, like close down one of the bridges, and it was on a bridge.
Well, something like street level, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because isn't the rest of it out? Yeah, like you said, all of it's in parking lots out on the streets somewhere, and an underpass. How do you go from that to the top of a skyscraper? Yeah. And then the fight as it goes along, it's kind of interesting because they make a big deal of, and you said you remember this from 2010 as well. I don't remember it from there. But the graphic emphasis on everyone follow the fight in terms of the scores. Yeah. And how the fight's going. It's like, yeah, but you still need the flow of a coherent set piece in here, and that's what they don't.
That's what they don't have. And part of it is...
Like, I can follow what's happening.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't need colored numbers to...
Yeah, right.
Pop up with lightning bolts. I'm okay. I get what's happening. And I think...
Do you, though? Is the movie telling us really you do? No, it's...
Well, I guess, like, part of my problem is that you lose the sport aspect of the entire film when you do that. That's what makes the first Karate Kid movie work. I mean, part of it is like they changed the rules. So it's not like point, set, face each other, go. Like like you can keep fighting even after a point.
Yeah.
In these later movies, and so the movie is in a hurry to speed up the action because they think that keeps an audience more attentive. Whereas if your storytelling is fine and your filmmaking is fine, you will build tension and people will lean forward and they will care about what they're seeing.
And that, you know, that was one of the things that was great about Cobra Kai is like the Karate Kid movies actually have minimal karate in them. Mm-hmm. And Cobra Kai was like, fuck it, let's
go nuts.
Have scene after scene.
These kids are gonna have a melee every fucking episode, right? It'll take place in characters' homes, at schools, in a dojo. It'll be
like a real martial arts movie.
Yeah. And again, all because of you slighted me ever so much, just a little bit, and I didn't like that.
Yes. Well, I think, I don't know who said it, but someone was, when Cobra Kai, because it started out, it's hard to imagine, it started out as a YouTube Red series.
Yeah.
Which doesn't even exist as a service anymore. And I remember at the
I
end of
bought the first season
oh no.
just because it hadn't been on Netflix yet, and I just wanted to see it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the only way I could was if I bought it.
I hadn't seen it, but it was described to me as a western that takes place in a strip mall.
Yeah, right.
And that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of there's no hook like that here.
No, and also as this fight goes along, you start to realize you as an audience member are not truly invested because they haven't allowed you to hate this villain enough, and you're not rooting for your hero enough. I mean, you want him to win because you like Li Feng enough. Like, the character, again, is interesting. Like, I'm interested in him, but his reason to fight, I'm not interested in at all, so...
Well, they even walk that back.
Yeah.
Because I think even they realize, we've promoted violence a lot in this movie, so we
Right.
need to have an anti-violence coda.
Moment, yeah.
But, like, well, my actual note was what they're trying to do is reconcile the pro-violence message they accidentally promoted in the movie with something
Absolutely.
approaching the original philosophy.
I was actually kind of surprised that Mr. Han was like, Lee, don't do that.
Yeah, that's gone again. I mean, you can see why Lee's confused, because he's
Right.
just saying exactly the opposite
Yeah.
to the rest of the movie. It's like, it's a bit late now.
Yeah, I thought it was obvious I was supposed to do this. Punch
Yeah,
him in the
it's-
throat, right?
I gotta say, though, it's hard to do this scene without using the word mercy, and I'm sure that was off limits to them. They weren't allowed to
Right.
say anything about mercy. But that's kind of what it is. Showing mercy. No mercy versus showing mercy.
Yeah.
And then, I guess we're supposed to believe that Connor learns from him not hitting him in the face.
I don't, you know...
Because he
it's-
picks him... Doesn't he pick him up? Or...
He does offer the hand, he gives him up. Lee does bow to him. I think he bows back.
There should have been a
And
post-credit
so,
scene
I thought...
where we find him, like, dead in an alleyway.
Yeah,
That-
like,
that gangster's killed him.
I didn't think we were ever going to get a you're okay, you're all right LaRusso moment. But with the bow,
So good.
I know, it's amazing.
It's
and
all
I
you
thought
need, isn't it?
it's all you needed. And with the bow, I thought we were going to get, like, I thought I was a badass, but he beat me. But then he walks off so pissed that they immediately walk that back, like he's, livid that this happened. So I was like, this movie doesn't know what it wants. Doesn't know what it is.
That's what it comes down to.
Doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah. And then this is where I began to think, I don't know if filmmakers today know when a movie ends.
Yeah, I agree, but
Because we get an end screen.
I get Johnny Lawrence, so I don't care.
Well, that's true, but before that, we get what is clearly an end screen.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by an end scene. I'm like, no, you gotta wait till the end scene's over, and then you have
And
the
then
end
you
screen.
do the-
Cobra Kai understood that, right?
Very
when that
well.
giant fucking cobra comes, there's
With
no
the
more.
with the sound effect, it's amazing.
And and you're always like, fuck, was that 23 minutes, really? That's
Yeah.
not possible that was 23 minutes. Every single time. But then it's just like, end screen. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba, going back into the movie, there's
Pizza
more
place.
stuff gonna...
Hey, Victory's
I'm
Pizza.
like, no! You don't. What's wrong with you? I mean, I'll watch Jackie Chan eat hot pizza all day long. But...
Sure.
And you mentioned that the interesting line, Mr. Miyagi didn't like pizza.
Yes.
Because I remember when all the way
It's
back,
disrespectful to pizza. Disrespectful to pizza.
all the way back to when we did the Karate Kid movies. They're getting on 5 years ago now, something like that.
Yeah, it's 4 probably.
I think it's longer than 4. Anyway,
4.5.
Okay.
It was
any
pretty
advance
early on.
4.5. Yeah, and I remember saying in the next Karate Kid, there's a scene where at a dinner, Miyagi's offered potatoes, and he says, "No, Miyagi is a rice man." And I remember saying at the time, "You can eat more than one carb.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that." And I love the fact that comes back here. Mr. Han is like correcting that wrong, where he's like, "Look at me, I'm eating pizza." So I think Johnny's onto something. I don't think Mr. Miyagi would like pizza. He wouldn't eat potatoes because it wasn't rice. So
just the whole exchange though of like disrespectful to pizza. No, to Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi didn't like pizza.
It's great. It's hard to imagine that William Zabka didn't script edit that scene at the very least.
Must have.
Because the flow of it as well is what you get from his character in Cobra Kai.
Honestly, the reason I wanted this is sort of our fourth, maybe fifth and final movie in this movie, was that for once, even though the actors I think in this movie are good, for once everything is flowing naturally, and then
the movie ends,
and then the movie's just over. I regret it so much. I'm like, this is the thing I want. And part of it is just probably that those actors are so familiar with each other now that they have such natural, glorious chemistry.
Honestly, I mean, I don't think it's an understatement to say Cobra Kai doesn't work without that character or that actor.
Absolutely.
And maybe that means Karate Kid Legacy sequels can't work without him either.
Maybe, yeah.
I thought part of me, I knew he'd appear at least in a like mid post credit sequence, or the final scene of the movie, as it turned out to be.
Yeah.
I thought I had a moment where I thought that Daniel was gonna call him to New York, and it was gonna be like, this kid needs to toughen up.
I mean, your movie is called Legends, so
yeah,
add another legend. Go ahead.
And I like I also was kind of, so I was like, during the movie, also my imagination was drifting into, what would Johnny Lawrence be like in New York? It'd be a real kind of fish out of water story, wouldn't it? I mean, he's probably never been to New York in his life.
No,
he's from the Valley, and all he does is talk about how great it is.
Could you imagine him walking down the street and picking a fight with pretty much everybody? Like, what are you looking at? Are you talking to me or yourself? Like, bums? Like, what?
Yeah, there's so much.
It's just such a rich tapestry of things you could do with Johnny Lawrence in New York.
There you go.
All right. Well, credit check?
I mean, sure. The only other thing to mention is the beginning of the scene. Daniel reads the note on the pizza like he's slow. And I was like, is this a complete reset of the character where he's like, intellectually he's no different from a teenager? Because that's how it feels to me.
Oh, that's funny.
There's no sense of the savvy businessman there at all.
Right.
But anyway, that's obviously, they don't care. They just want original recipe.
Maybe after the massive events of Cobra Kai,
I will
he
not.
has re-simplified his life.
No, I've done that. I've done that routine in my head, and it doesn't wash. No, I tried that. That was my headcanon for a while, and then I realized no, because there's no reference to who he's become.
Mm-hmm.
Only the. I mean, the
Did you look for a ring? I didn't look for a ring. Is he wearing a wedding ring?
It's like he's living a double life when he goes over to the, maybe that's it in the letter. Whenever he goes over to the Miyagi house, he like washes the gel out of his hair. He puts on teenager clothes.
Sex with prostitutes.
Yeah, sex with prostitutes. You know, I mean, if you're gonna have a double life, that's a handy fuck pad to have. That house.
Yeah, absolutely.
With all those fucking classic cars outside.
Cars, yeah.
Get you some, like, you know, biker chicks. And he... jealous of Daniel's non-existent double life. Okay, well, yeah, so obviously... Well, that's not the credits. That's the final scene of the movie. And this is where I kind of realize... Oh, no. Jacket on, jacket off. So they do reference the 2010 reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's called Mr. Han, but that's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Otherwise, he's a completely different person. He's moved past whatever demons he ever had.
Maybe Mr. Han has a brother? Maybe he's like Joe Han.
Never mentioned.
My never mentioned brother. Yeah, and then kind of credits graphics. I guess all credits have to have their own graphic style now.
Oh yeah, with all that shit.
I
appearing on
described
the
it
sides.
as, and I'm sure all of these words are wrong. Modern Asian comic book graphics animation is what it seems to me,
All right.
without knowing any more about any of that. It's kind of interesting because in the it's usually rare when you see any animation in credits. It used to be, and now it feels like it's the go-to is to turn your credit sequence into an animation of some kind.
Yeah.
It used to be just reserved for the Pink Panther movies and well, just Blake Edwards movies in general. I think.
Sure.
For 1 minute of screen time, William Zabka gets credited twice. He gets special appearance and he's listed in the cast, so
Nice.
he gets one more credit than anyone else in the movie. I'm sure you'll be as delighted as me to hear this term. The Jackie Chan stunt team.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Made me very happy.
Kind of rather they made a movie about them making this movie than the movie I watched.
Absolutely.
What happens when? I'm like your imagination goes wild with what happens when the Jackie Chan stunt team comes to town.
Yeah.
I mean, do they like parachute down and kind of forward roll into?
Did
the
you
airport?
notice when he walked out of the Daniel LaRusso house, how bow-legged he was?
No,
I thought he was like Lester Freeman on The Wire.
he's pretty bow-legged though. I mean, that's kind of what gives him a little bit of his comedic chops, I think.
Half expected the bunk to appear and say, I made him walk like that.
Such a great line. I made it work like that. I don't know if it was this episode or the last episode, probably the last episode, but you said you watched a sequel that you didn't need to watch. And I was like, look at you giving a fuck when it's not your turn to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Anytime you watch a sequel from now on, that's what you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, we already talked about this crazy amount of songs in this movie. Non-stop needle drops, must average one song every few minutes.
Oh.
And then, as I said, you anticipated my final credit check because I was like, there's a lot of French names here. And a lot of thanking of Canada. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, we're in Jason Voorhees' New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, the other movie that I associate with a fake Canadian New York is Rumble in the Bronx, which is a Jackie Chan film.
Oh. Yeah.
Where you can see the Vancouver...
Saw that in theaters.
You can see the Vancouver mountains in the background of the shots.
Right.
So...
Amazing.
That's kind of brings that all full circle, I guess. So,
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Good times. Your credit check. Not so much the movie.
Well, thank you. It's not often
No,
the credit check
it's-
is better than the movie.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. It's a fairly watchable movie, but it's got lots of problems.
Watchable is the word.
Yeah.
I think. It wasn't a good rewatch. I liked it less upon rewatching it. I enjoyed it quite a lot in the movie theater.
Yeah, see, I didn't enjoy it almost at all in the movie theater. And here I was like, well, I like Joshua Jackson. I don't know what he's doing in this movie, in this 15-minute boxing movie, but I'd watch more of that. Jackie Chan, he's a delight. He's not the Mr. Han I remember, but what a delight.
So many qualifications for what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's the other day, for reasons that best left unspoken.
Yes.
I was watching a Man from U.N.C.L.E. reunion movie,
Mm.
and then I went down a rabbit hole of watching lots. I've mentioned the Man from U.N.C.L.E. quite a lot in these episodes.
You have.
Um,
I assume you're not
No.
talking about the recent.
No,
Yeah.
no. I haven't seen that, but I don't think it's that bad. I think
I've only seen it the once. I can't remember anything from it, but I remember thinking, Well, okay.
I think Guy Ritchie did, as a controversial take, quite a good job with Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
So I wouldn't mind seeing his attempt
Especially
at
that
Man from
first
Uncle.
movie. I like that
'Cause-
first movie.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't ruin Sherlock Holmes in the way that Stephen Moffat did.
Okay.
So he's already won up. I wouldn't mind him having a go at Man from Uncle.
All right.
But anyway, I where was I going with this? Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I was watching lots of clips because you can't really get any of Man from Uncle without buying it, unfortunately. So I was deep diving through some clips on YouTube, and there's an amazing scene where Napoleon Solis comes into the room. It's like, I want him. I want you to get this guy. I want him alive, and I want him here by 10 p.m. And Ilya Kuryakis corresponds saying, "Why do your requests have so many qualifications?" And I love it. That's like you were going, well, it's fine. I mean, I don't know why he's in the movie, but
Yeah.
it's kind of, I mean, it's not the same character that we know, but Daniel's hair is not what we expect it to be.
But it's always nice to see LaRusso.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bit too anonymous for LaRusso. He's kind of,
Because he's non-existent. I mean, he doesn't show up until the last third of the movie at all.
They don't
except
need
for
to-
a flashback scene, but
I don't think they even need to play into his Cobra Kai character. I still think they can just sort of have traces of what he was like when we last saw him in Karate Kid 3.
yeah.
I.e. a member of Cobra Kai. What? Did he ever leave Cobra Kai? I know they
I
deal
don't
with it in Cobra. There's a moment in Cobra Kai where he has to finally reveal that he was once a member of Cobra Kai, which I fucking loved. That was great. They were like, the writer's like, no, we don't pretend this didn't happen because it's in a movie no one liked. This fucking happened and we're dealing with it. We're doing an episode on this. So good. Almost as good as in the first season where Johnny Lawrence is trying to get entered into the All Valley competition. And he said, no, Cobra Kai had been banned by because of the actions of Terry Silver. And he's like, I don't even know who that is! Basically going, I wasn't in that movie!
That's so good.
That's amazing.
Oh, great. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all that's left is for you to tell us what you think of Karate Kid Legends. Do we have this? We have this at the bottom?
I have it above Next Karate Kid.
Oh, yeah, we both did.
Of the four movies, you mean?
Yeah, so we both had that. All right.
Well, we have to wait. Right now it's at the bottom, but
Yeah.
we've only done 2. Might go up, might go down. Who knows?
Perfect.
Definitely not better than Final Destination Bloodlines.
Agreed.
They're both movies that have subtitles. And that's where the similarity ends.
Done and done. All right, tell us what you think of Karate Kid Legends. Where is it in your list? Rank it for us. Find us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram. Find us on X. Find us on Threads. Find us on the Skies. Skis?
Mm-hmm.
One of the other. I don't even know what's the real one anymore.
Well, Blue Sky, like literally.
Blue Sky, you're right.
You know, I've been on Blue Sky since for about a year now.
Oh, I haven't been on it at all.
We're joined after the last election.
Yeah.
And it's already populated by bots. I get bot requests like every other day now on Blue Sky. I'm like, well, I guess that dream's over.
So, bots of like posing as friends?
No, you get bots. You just like lots of fake profiles that are clearly bots.
Oh, okay.
Like you're sort of like, is that like oh look, that looks like a person's face.
Yeah.
And all they want to do is,
I get lots of those on Instagrams.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Blue Sky was supposed to be a haven from that, and within a year it's become part of the problem.
Mm-hmm. This stunningly gorgeous, almost human-looking woman has followed you.
All of that.
Don't you want to follow back?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm good.
That's That is pretty much every other person that ads is on Blue Sky.
Interesting.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out the way I think people were expecting it to. But
They thought a social media platform would be free of that shit.
you've got to change the paradigm. Use the internet in a different way. You can't just do 2008 Twitter and expect it not to turn into 2025 Twitter faster than it ever has before because technology's accelerated.
Very good, then. Or send an email to everythingsequel@gmail.com. That's it. When you hear us next, we're going to be talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer. No, not that summer. Just this summer.
No, not that other summer either. This summer. No, not that other summer. This summer.
2025 summer in North Carolina, I think.
Is that where they are?
I think they give us that answer. I don't know if they gave us that answer in the original films, but they say that in this movie.
It does. There's a significant absence of people with handkerchiefs going, well, I do declare.
Where's my mustard-based barbecue sauce? All right, look forward to that. For Tom Stewart of Lonesome Whistle Productions, Michael Shantz here of the How Dare You Awards. Like I said, we will be back next week with a new movie. Say goodbye to everybody, Tom.
Miyagi-Do. Pepperoni's your best defense. Miyagi-Do. Slice first, slice hard, no anchovies. It's a $1 billion idea, LaRusso. Miyagi-Do. Olives on, olives off.
Yeah.
I love that he ends on he basically ends on a bad alt pun.
Yeah.
Because that's so in keeping with Johnny Lawrence. Like, he can't be too smart for too long.
Right.
Like, he should never know he's being funny.
Strike first, strike hard, no anchovies.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
That's
Or
nice.
not strike, slice. Slice first, slice hard.
Yeah. Every Legacy sequel needs a Johnny Lawrence.
So good.
It's the only the reason to make them.